Building a Business Brain. Episode 1. What is enterprise thinking? Enterprise thinking begins with a shift. Not in ambition, but in perspective. Most people focus on output. Launch the product, increase revenue, grow the audience. These are outcomes. Enterprise thinking asks a different question. What system produces these outcomes? And will that system sustain itself? A project can be completed. An enterprise must endure. That difference changes how we evaluate decisions, how we allocate resources, and how we define success. Enterprise thinking is the discipline of stepping back. Stepping back from urgency, from enthusiasm, from activity for its own sake. It replaces motion with structure. An enterprise is not a burst of effort. It is a designed system, a system of incentives, a system of capital flows, a system of constraints, a system of decisions that interact over time. If those elements align, the enterprise compounds. If they conflict, the enterprise destabilizes. You can work tirelessly inside a broken structure and still fail, because effort does not correct misalignment. Design does. Enterprise thinking therefore begins with architecture. Architecture asks, where does value originate? How is value captured? And how is value protected over time? These are not marketing questions. They are structural questions. Revenue alone does not prove strength. Growth alone does not prove durability. An enterprise may grow quickly, while quietly accumulating fragility. Enterprise thinking searches for that fragility early. It traces outcomes backward, from result to structure, from structure to design. It assumes that every visible outcome is produced by invisible mechanics. Those mechanics matter more than momentum. This is why constraint is central to enterprise thinking. Resources are finite. Time is finite. Capital is finite. Attention is finite. Every decision consumes something. To choose one path is to abandon another. Strategy is not expansion. Strategy is disciplined choice under constraint. This idea appears repeatedly in serious business literature. Richard Rumelt, in Good Strategy, Bad Strategy, argues that real strategy begins with diagnosis. Diagnosis identifies the core constraint. Without identifying constraint, effort disperses. With clarity of constraint, action becomes coherent. Similarly, in the Personal MBA, Josh Kaufman emphasizes that businesses are systems, not personalities. Systems endure when incentives align. They deteriorate when incentives conflict. Incentives deserve special attention, because incentives shape behavior, not intentions, not mission statements. Incentives. If a compensation model rewards short-term performance, long-term thinking declines. If pricing discourages retention, loyalty weakens. If costs scale faster than revenue, instability grows. Enterprise thinking examines these dynamics deliberately. It asks, what behaviors does this structure reward? Where does risk accumulate? Which assumptions, if false, would destabilize the system? Most ventures do not collapse suddenly. They erode, slowly, quietly. At the structural level, enterprise thinking detects that erosion early. It prefers clarity over optimism, restraint over expansion, coherence over activity. It also requires emotional distance. Distance from excitement, distance from fear, distance from the illusion that motion equals progress. Enterprise thinking values sustainability over spectacle. It asks not can this work, but what must be true for this to endure? That question changes the builder, because it shifts focus from execution to design, from reaction to architecture, from projects to enterprises. This is the beginning of a business brain, not the accumulation of tactics, not the memorization of terminology, but the cultivation of structural awareness, the capacity to see systems, to respect constraint, to design deliberately. Enterprise thinking does not eliminate risk, clarifies it, and clarity is the foundation of durability. This was Building a Business Brain. MBA Thinking. Distilled.